Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. That is right. It is the Monday Mayhem Warriors. I'm hoping this is coming through pretty good on the bandwidth. We'll find out, I suppose. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here, not in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA. I am actually at home because we are very snowed in, and we tried to go to the studio around noon today, but there was a van blocking the end of our dead-end street because snow. Holy snow. But with us, and I'm curious how snowy we are up in Beacon, New York, with the weather report, Mad Mike.
It's not too bad up here. I was up until 5 a.m. last night shoveling, and then it turned to rain, and the rain melted the rest.
Well, there you
go. I mean, we still have snow out, but now it's gonna be cold tomorrow, so it's gonna be ice skating time, which is That's
yeah.
Good.
Looking for. Thankfully, I think we're not getting much after this, so I think we'll have no problem tomorrow. We actually do have some people joining us in the studio tomorrow. Tito Orich. He's got a thing on his name. I keep forgetting what the C does. And the Lebanon Dawn, Joey Moses. I will caution you, Mike, that Tito is very large, very Bosnian, and doesn't speak English.
Okay.
So perfect for a podcast.
Clearly, yes. But wait. I thought we had a universal translator in there. Is it queued to only Beastman?
I don't think we downloaded the Bosnian patch yet. We're gonna see if we can get that in time.
Oh God. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean supply chain. I get it. I get it, Sorg.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so we're here to talk about some professionalized wrestling here on the Monday Mayhem Warriors and whatever else may be going on. Mike's going to fill me in on what I missed on Monday Night Raw. I was involved with a very fun project. Well, actually, it was a lot of fun. We had the first recording for Ronnie Nicole's Sunday Sessions. That's going to be coming up here for February, Black History Month. So it's becoming, I guess, the second annual volume of this. We had Shane Taylor and a bunch of other great people on last year, and judging by this first recording, I think it's going to be a lot of fun this year as well, Mike.
Excellent. Before we get into the wrestling, I actually have a Lego update.
Sure. I actually wanted to finish my tease. I also want to take a moment to talk about Pro Wrestling Conquest. Holla if you hear me. And me avoiding Scott Steiner, and Saturday night's charity show with 2PW. That was very, very hardcore. Mike, hit me with that Lego, sweet Lego update.
So, Sorg, this is going to be
Wait, hold on a second. What is this shirt you're wearing? What is it? What are we looking at here? What is that? Is it Calvin and Hobbes? I see
they're going to Hogwarts.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah, I've had this shirt for quite a while now. I love it.
Love it.
But Sorg, I want to see if you can guess what this Lego update is. I'm going to show you the main piece, and then I'm going to show you a very overt piece that will give it away. So this is what I have so far.
So you want me to guess based on that floor plan what that is? Is it Doctor Strange's sanctum?
No, it is not.
No. Okay. There's a carpet. There looks like a good entranceway, foyer, if you will.
Yes.
Let's see. Is it the Brady Bunch?
No, but that would be lovely.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Yeah.
Now you want it, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Side note:
right,
did you see? There was a. I think I forgot what channel they did. They rebuilt the Brady Bunch house based on the floor plan of the set.
Wow!
And talked about how impossible that house actually was based on what we saw.
You realize there's no bathroom.
Yeah, there's that too.
There's no
there's
bathroom.
A problem here.
All right. Now I'm going
Yeah.
to show you part of the Lego build that will give it away.
The hell is that?
That is Seinfeld.
That's Seinfeld. Wait, that's the apartment?
This is Jerry doing stand up, and the other part is
Okay.
Jerry's apartment.
So I can tell you already, looking at the floor plan of that apartment, no way that's a New York City standard apartment.
And there's Kramer with his coffee table book,
coffee table
and
big
the pretzels that are making him thirsty. But yeah,
as you do, as you do,
and you know, Jerry makes a good living. This could be his apartment.
That as a stand-up comedian. Wait, is he? I forget. Is he a successful stand-up comedian in the show?
Yeah,
or struggling.
He gets his own TV show, or like pitches his own TV show within the plot of his own TV show.
Okay, all right, I'm with it. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, these are like I mean, everybody's like a fairly like well-to-do New Yorker in this show.
Oh, I mean, you know, Kramer isn't, but
well, Kramer. I mean, Kramer's Kramer, but I mean, generally, like everybody's like, oh, hey, I got an update, breaking-ish news, I suppose. Yet another of our friends of the show are half naked in the snow. Did you see this? Did you see what's happening in Pittsburgh? Everybody's taking their clothes off.
I've seen a lot of
running
this
into
today.
the snow with championship belts or whatnot. First, it was Raylan. Actually, I don't know. This is the order I saw them. Raylan, Danny Moe with her triple belts. And now I just saw on the Facebook Lady Frost and Victor Benjamin out in the snow. You're gonna put a coat on. I don't care if you're in way better shape than me. You're gonna get sick. Mama Sorg
should I just go? Should I just go out in my boxers with my Slammy?
You know what? Mike, are you with me? If we after this show,
I have no one to take the picture.
Well, I mean, I think we can. Well, I got Missy. Hopefully, she's not in bed yet. She's on a crazy Yellowstone binge right now. I'm like, here, I'm going to go out, and I don't know, but I'm going to just take my pants off, maybe, or just actually don't even just be like, well, everybody else is in the snow. We're just going to be in the snow and not naked.
Well, I feel like that's a piece of the purpose.
I mean, I feel, you know, I'm in my PJs. Does that work? I mean, that's my sexy time. You know, these wool PJs I got on here. Ladies, sorry, I'm taken. So's he. It's hard to get your hopes up. And then Ronnie Nicole's going to listen to this while she's doing dishes tomorrow and be like, what?
No one's getting their hopes up.
No, nobody's getting their hopes up. I don't know. You know what? Fine. I don't know what kind of action single podcasters get these days. But it's a lot different than in our day. We're all in our closets.
Back in our day.
Back in our day, in the closets, trying for the acoustics. We had to bring our podcast out of the closet. And, okay, that got awkward. Okay, anyways. Lego, Seinfeld, fantastic. We had a lot of fun at the top of the show. Let's bring it down. Mike, let me tell you. As I'm working, I'm keeping an eye out, making sure the Zoom call works. I'm remotely recording in the studio from here in my home office, and I'm seeing. I got TweetDeck up, so I'm seeing what's going on out there in WWE RAW land, and I saw a couple of things. Whose graduation was it? Oh no, did I just lose Mike? Oh no, I lost Mike. when I'm ready for the tough questions, I lost Mike. What is going on here? So in the meantime, I will. Oh, is he back? Is he back?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you were the one that went away.
I think we both went away. I don't know what it looked like on the feed, but we'll find. Actually, I'll go look at the feed and see what actually happened. I think we all went away from each other, but we came back and looks like there we go. Oh, he's blinking. He's blinking. Mike.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Tell me about whose graduation was it?
It was Otis's graduation. He's valedictorian of the Alpha Academy. Because
was he Kuma-san Lade? Kuma-san Lade?
They didn't actually get into that bit. Otis was about to talk, and then he got interrupted by Riddle. Shocker.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
I
An
mean,
interruption in wrestling?
It's rude. As someone who has a master's degree in professional wrestling, as seen right there,
Yes. Yes.
You know,
right there. Good pointing.
Yeah. Thank you. I got there eventually. To have someone interrupt your graduation speech, it's just rude.
It is rude.
You worked hard. You worked hard for it. But yeah, then Randy Orton hit Chad Gable with an RKO, and
Oh, the standard stuff.
yeah, that's pretty
So
much all he does these days. Yeah. But I will say, I'm loving Gable and Otis. I didn't actually know that they were friends before coming to WWE. I was unaware of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like they actually went to the
at
same
the
college.
PC?
No,
Oh, college-wise.
They went to the same college, and they actually wrestled together. Like they were teammates.
I didn't know that. Look, I didn't know. So Otis has an amateur background. I actually was not aware of that.
Oh, I knew Otis had an amateur background because they mentioned it a lot in NXT.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I mentioned they push it now because of the Alpha Academy, right?
Yeah. But
okay.
yeah, like
that makes sense.
There was an exclusive video, like a backstage, with Chad and Otis talking, and Chad was talking about their history together at college. I'm like, oh, that's kind of lovely, actually. That's kind of great. Like,
it's good.
Like Chad was like, yeah, we were able to find each other again, years later, and neither of them expected it. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm here for it.
That's warming me up to the whole idea of them being teamed up because it just seems like such a peculiar situation.
Well, especially given that Otis went from one tag team to another, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and it's always concerning if you see them kind of bouncing like that, right? So, I also saw on my Twitter feeds, I also saw on my Twitter feed some more Alexa Bliss, therapy, I suppose.
Yeah, word association. Every word was Lily. I don't know what we're doing with this. Dr. Shelby, it ain't. We'll put it that way.
I
don't know why I don't know why we didn't just get Dr. Shelby again.
Maybe he's busy doing. What could Dr. Shelby be doing these days?
I have no idea, but they brought him back when they reunited Team Hell No a couple years ago. So
yeah, that was kind of a big deal.
They have a working relation. All this stuff is pre-tape. They couldn't have brought him in for one day.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, they probably did pre-tape it all together and running it over weeks, right? I
guarantee they did. Yeah, I guarantee they pre-taped it all in one day.
Yep.
But weird interaction with Austin Theory. He said he was going to beat up Austin Theory and take selfies over him and then send the selfies to Austin's mom. Yeah.
Is anything on Raw actually funny anymore?
This week, I will say, I love Maurice. Maurice is great.
Okay.
Maurice is great. She had a segment where she was trying to back out of the Rumble match. She said Miz accepted it, but she didn't. And then, and it's funny because it was kind of like the inverse of the Edge and Miz segment where Edge was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna fall for this," and then he totally falls for it. Where Beth says she's not gonna fall for this. Miz attacks Edge from behind. Miz gets beat down, but as Beth turns around to look, Maurice smashes her with her purse, and then they go to the top of the ramp, and Maurice pulls out a brick.
So classic Queen Sherry shenanigans.
Yes, but you actually see the brick. It was lovely.
That's right. You never did see the brick before. No. You always presumed there was a brick in there. Like, well, no, because commentators...
they would always say it's a loaded purse, but they would never say what it's loaded with.
Yeah.
But this time, like, Maurice just pulls out the brick. I'm like, okay. All right. I accept that.
Good. Good. Well, it's 2022. We can't suppose things anymore. We have to show.
Exactly. Show don't tell.
Yeah, show don't tell. Hashtag fake brick. Anyways, was there any wrestles tonight? Was there any wrestling tonight? Because I've seen nothing about wrestling tonight.
Yeah, there were wrestles. Nothing really of consequence.
Okay.
Omos beat Reggie really quickly. Finn Balor's back and lost.
Okay.
Kevin Owens had a match with Apollo Crews. No, not Apollo. Excuse me. Damian Priest.
When we think about it, are house shows canon?
Depends on what happens on them.
Okay. It depends on what happens on them.
Well, I mean, if there are title changes, then yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but generally we accept them as canon, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay. It's a thought. Let me put a pin in that for now. I'm just working on the thought experiment in my own head.
Okay. But yeah, like we're building up to the Rumble, so there's not really any individual feuds. It's just like so and so declares for the Rumble, so and so declares for the Rumble.
I'm completely going to Mania and going to be in the main event. This is how Royal Rumble works.
Yeah. Corey Graves is really trying to sell me. Corey Graves really trying to sell me on the fact that Commander Aziz has a great shot to main event WrestleMania. I'm like, I have a better shot to main event WrestleMania, and I'm not.
I think he's got
for the Rumble.
A Bushwhacker Luke's chance.
No, less than that.
Less than what a Santino?
That.
A Santino's chance?
No, Santino could have easily main event WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
He almost won the Rumble and he almost won the Elimination Chamber. Like, Santino's got good odds. But it wasn't a great episode of Raw. It wasn't. Even the main event. Oh my god, Lashley and Seth were having a pretty decent match, and then it just ended in a DQ when the Hurt Business attacked Lashley, and then the Usos attacked Seth. Because neither of these, because Lashley and Seth are both in different feuds with different champions. But I will say this.
Who attacked who?
The Hurt Business attacked Lashley. Because
the Hurt Business has turned on Lashley?
Yeah, Lashley beat them up last week.
Oh. Yeah, because they were united recently, didn't they?
Yeah, it for like 1 week, and it was fine. Yeah, like Shelton and Cedric are still together. Yeah, Shelton and Cedric are still together, but MVP was like, we don't need to reform the Hurt Business.
Commander Aziz can't even get his rank straight, says Tina in the chat. Sure, he's going to main event. That's some Missy Hyatt Mid-South shit right there. Why is Missy Hyatt all over my feed lately?
Depends on what you're searching for, Sorg.
I don't know. Dabrowski just posted like a recovered Missy Hyatt interview from the 90s.
Yeah, like I will say this about the Rumble. Sorry, I was getting feedback. I have no idea who's winning the Rumble. Like legitimately. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I don't know who's winning.
It's not obvious.
No, it's not obvious by any stretch of the imagination, which is a good thing. You know, that's what you want going into a Rumble. And you have at least, I think 5 or 6 people in each Rumble that could win.
But then I feel like you're in danger of, when you have that, that's when, Randy Orton wins.
Randy Orton's not winning.
You sure?
Yeah, positive.
Really? You don't think he just kind of gets it and goes after Roman Reigns?
No.
Okay.
No.
It feels like the WWE thing to do.
No, I'm still confident that WrestleMania is still going to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Somebody drops it in between, or...
I mean, hell, there's a situation where Brock and Roman both cost each other their championships.
There is.
There is absolutely a situation where that happens.
Yep. Between Rumble and Chamber in the Desert, yeah, that could completely happen. Yeah, I know.
No, but like even
Here we go.
At Rumble, you could have Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley be the new champions. Easily.
I haven't watched the promo. I saw it come up on my Twitter, or on my YouTube. But I watched the Lita and Charlotte clip that they posted, and it was just so freaking god awful. And I love Lita, but she also wasn't talking for most of it either. So yeah, and then I lost Mike again, and then he's back. I don't know what this is. It's probably because I'm home and the connection's not as great here as the office. But anyways,
I think Vimeo and Facebook were both having issues.
Everything's going weird. Okay, it's just
I wasn't
nights
even
where
seeing the
everything's going
chat.
weird. I know. I was having weird disconnects when I was doing the other thing on Zoom earlier too. So, it's a day for it. I don't know. Blame the snow. Blame the fact that like everything's covered with, well, not ice necessarily, but not great right now. So, but either way. But anyways, so I don't know. I don't know what Triple H makes his return from injury and wins the Rumble. Okay.
The Rumble is a week from Saturday.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
The Rumble is next Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I don't know. It's gonna be a weird show.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting. I'll be watching it. It's Saturday. I hate this. I'm gonna miss more WWE shows just as a rule. I'm amazed that I'm not booked up against it. Actually, I got a thing. It's like, hey, you want to go to the show in Ohio? I'm like, the day of the Rumble? I don't know about that, sir. As much as I love your rendition of Titanic. It was a fun weekend, Mike. So Monday Night Raw. Although interest, I did see the graphic come up about Walter and Roderick Strong tomorrow on NXT.
Yeah. Walter and
Hello.
Malcolm Bivens had backstage interaction.
Might have to tune into that one and skip the rest of it. I've been trying, man. I've been trying to watch NXT. I can't do it anymore. I don't know. Yeah, NXT is just not kind of working for me. But anyways, and I know you're kind of flicking out a little bit there. So we'll keep rolling with it until Mike comes back here. Whatever is going on with the internet, Vimeo, whatever the case may be. So I had a bit of a weekend. Pro Wrestling Conquest, holler if you hear me. We did on pay-per-view for IndieWrestling.live. And it was really curious. And now I'm worried Mike's not going to come back now. So we'll just go ahead and take care of one of these and do this situation until I see him pop back in. But yeah, we did Pro Wrestling Conquest. Holla if you hear me. Scott Steiner was there. I did have a bit of Ronnie Starks actually debuted as a cameraman for me. And did very well, by the way. So that was fun. The former Fandango was there, Dirty Dango. The Outrunners, this wonderful 80s looking team, took on the main event. It was great. Beastman against the Man Scout, Jake Manning. And that one involved a tent and some tent rumbling. And then Jake Manning came out without pants on. And I'm sure that's the point where Mad Mike came back into the conversation is when I said that phrase.
Yeah, this is such a weird.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm definitely still on the stream and you're the one going away on the Facebook. So that means I don't know. I think it's a connection issue. I think it's Vimeo. We'll roll.
I think it's Vimeo because like anything else I have open in my browser feed is fine.
We're missing someone somewhere along the line, so we'll keep this tight. But yeah, I think Ronnie or somebody else was trying to get me to talk to Scott Steiner all night, and I'm like, no, sir, I'm okay. I don't need to talk to Scott Steiner. He kind of scares me. Yes, Scott Steiner still scares me.
I mean, I still would have talked to him. I would have asked him one very specific thing. I would have been like, How was it pogo sticking during a hardcore match? That's the only thing I would have asked him.
Be like, listen, sir, did you have a history of pogoing previous to this situation, or what? Right?
Yeah, I just want to know. Like, is that something he did at Michigan? It's possible. I don't know Michigan's history.
Oh, was he on the Michigan pogo sticking team? Perhaps.
These are the questions we need to know. These are the questions that Ronnie should have asked, honestly.
Oh, they are. Well, Ronnie also didn't go up to him. So I mean, but he was busy kind of setting things up too. So, that is what it is. So
excuses,
I don't know.
Excuses.
But anyways, so and I'm still trying to resurrect you on the video stream. Like I have you, but I don't think they see you for some reason.
Yeah, I don't see myself on the Facebook.
Yeah, it's strange. Anyways, it's Vimeo.
I assume it's Vimeo.
There you are. You're back. Yeah, it's okay. Vimeo. It's me not in the right location, and it's doing the weird. I'm not even like coming off very good, but it looks like I sound okay. So that was fun. So Levi Everett took on Dirty Dango. Katie was glad that she wasn't there because she would be trying to pet Dango's Muppet belt that he had. Look at the tweets on Indie Wrestling, US Indie Wrestling, if you want to check that out. Or the VOD is up, of course, over on the Vimeo page. And Jock Sampson has been the Imperial Champion, which means I think he's been saying he's the Emperor of West Virginia for a while now, Mike.
Okay, that sounds right. That tracks.
That's right. And the Cole Carter, that son of a bitch, Cole Carter, the ugly one that teamed with Chaos, what the hell, Snake Man and Luther, Chaos Project.
Chaos Project. You're asking me about factions on AEW Dark.
Listen, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, and I forget everything. But so Cole Carter, I guess it's public now. Did get signed with WWE, and that meant he could not honor his commitments to Pro Wrestling Conquest, including his title match against Jock Sampson. So they had somebody come in. Mike, are you familiar with Levi Everett?
I am not.
Have you seen the gifs of? I know I specifically was sharing a lot of a Amish fellow teaching the Beast Man to churn butter.
Okay, I believe I have seen that. Yes.
He is now the Imperial Champion of Pro Wrestling Conquest.
Does that mean he is also the Emperor of West Virginia?
I don't know if the Amish have emperors. I don't know if there's a monarchy of sorts that they honor, if you will.
Okay.
Well, other than the monarchy. But these are definitely questions I'd love to ask him. But he's a very nice Amish man, and butter churner. Except for that time where he stunk up on Beastman when he was teaching him to churn. We learned from Joe Dabrowski.
I have a question.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Yes.
Is his finisher the Rumspringa Kamrana?
I think it's a headbutt.
Okay.
To be honest, he does this. I don't know if it was his finisher, but he does this wild move. He did it a couple times because again he had 2 matches, but he does like a off the ropes, but he just goes head first, like Raiden style, head first, right? Okay. That thing that he does.
Like, give me lemonade.
Like, give me lemonade. Yeah. Oh, that's what he says. Okay.
That's what we always assumed he said when we were in high school. Give me lemonade.
Huh.
We just assumed he was thirsty.
I wish I had somebody to give me that line when I was younger. But anyways, so but yeah, I'm not sure. So
okay.
Then we did Prospect Pro Wrestling. We actually streamed that across everywhere we could on Saturday night because it was actually a benefit for the recently passed Walter White III, who's a big sponsor of 2PW and had a big hand in a lot of 2PW in the early days. He's a proprietor of the Vape Lab. So giving them a shout out while we're at it here. But he, I don't think it's out there. Oh, it is out there. Mike froze in the best way right now, and I'm going to screenshot that
God!
for later.
Oh, I saw it. Oh,
that is screenshot.
Disgusting.
That
was not great.
Does that Vince sneeze?
That was
Anyways, we're doing the Walter Wright show.
It was mid yawn, but like, oh god.
We're doing the Walter Wright show, and they debuted the Anarchy Championship, which was something that this guy was really behind them doing, right? So they debuted it at his memorial show to pay homage to him. They have his initials on the belt and everything. It's really awesome. It's a really cool, and it's the heaviest belt that I've held in a while too. Like, it could do some damage. It looks cool. Mike, if you get a chance, go over to 2PW, 2P Wrestling on Twitter. There's some shots of them holding the belt, and of course our friend Stevie LaBelle, who will be joining us in a few weeks on the Wrestling Mayhem show with Papa Judo. So we'll be talking about that. But it was a big hardcore extravaganza. Mike, I have not seen so many kendo sticks to the head in years. So it was verging on disgusting, to be quite honest. So it is the Anarchy, and it was a pretty big thing. Also, I want to give shouts to Steve LaBelle, obviously the new champion, Anarchy champion, but I do want to make sure there's credit given to Philip Archer as well, because, man, I don't know, and I don't know if the intention, but I'm getting like a big. Of course, he's got he's got a big old shaved head now. So last month, Mike, Philip Archer was part of. Okay, I gotta give you a background. There's the four Haasmen that were there. They broke up.
Are any of them Charlie Haas?
No, none of them are Charlie Haas. But they're all big guys for the most part. Okay. So a couple of them started losing weight, so I think that's part of why they broke up. Not a good time at salad time. But anyways, Philip kind of went to the dark side. He joined the Culmination. Jason Gorey, Remy LeVay, this new guy you don't know, Freaky, that looks like he should be spouting some Insane Clown Posse lyrics, please. So he's gone the dark side, and Phil's got this, like, I felt this like really like kind of Bam Bam Bigelow vibe out of him on this show, and it was really good. And these are two guys that I don't think they've ever main evented a show before, so it's the first time for them and everything. So really good, really good. We also had the Rev, who you're very familiar with, against John Roden, and the Rev. Listen, if you've never watched a Rev match that we've filmed, Mike, have you seen Rev's expressions during a match? You probably haven't watched too many of them, have you? Is he
not really? No, I've seen a couple here and there.
Height of expressions into the camera is the Rev, and this one definitely put him in an upper tier of this thing. Like, I was laughing so hard at some of the reactions that he was doing. Right, you just look like his eyes are going to pop out of his head. We had a dance off with the Gambinos and the Sexy Talented Dudes.
So with the Gambinos, it was when I move, you move this.
No, something like that. It was. I think they did Careless Whisper, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a choice. For sure.
So it's a different kind of moving. So it's
Can
just
I talk
a very
about
moving company.
If I could talk about a little bit, I want to give props to Prospect Pro Wrestling. I'm going to open the kimono a little bit here, Mike. I'm gonna reveal some secrets of wrestling, if that's okay.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me call Dateline, and let me
call Dateline. You're that guy with the mask, right?
I'm gonna avoid David D. Schultz. Go ahead, spoil all the secrets of pro wrestling.
Some deep cuts here. So everybody's gonna be YouTubing this after this.
Yeah.
So I want to state, and I've been in a lot of locker rooms over the years, but I have to give props to Prospect Pro Wrestling is the most, can we say, full service locker room that I've seen, Mike. Now, what do I mean by that? First of all, I mean, it's always great to see.
Not
First of all, it's always great to see. Prospects, a lot of young talents coming through, right? Couple years in the business, learning their craft and everything. They got access to great veterans, former trainers and everything. The Gambinos, the former Super Hentai, Dennis Gregory, guys like that coming through. So there's a lot of room to grow if you're younger talent, right? Mm-hmm. But also best catering. I want to say best catering, best and consistent catering. Just going to put that out there. Fantastic sponsor. I think helps that. Catering is key. You know how many wrestling shows I'm looking around and say, is there a water for my cameraman floating around here? And I don't have an answer to that. But yeah, no, your things are good there. So, I got a massage after the show. I'm not gonna tell you who gave it to me, but I really needed it at the time. And also, I shit you not, I'm sitting there, I'm producing the show. I'm at my table, I'm doing the thing, calling the shots, and then I look to my left and I see Xander Gabriel getting a haircut. Getting a haircut, full on barber's thing. During the show, after his match, during the show,
okay,
he was getting a haircut. Some Brutus the Barber beefcake shit. No shear, no, not the garden shears, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Huh.
So I hope I haven't revealed too much.
No,
especially for as hardcore of a promotion as this tends to be. But I guess to say, the Gambino Moving Company apparently did very good over the years and treats their talent right over there, or at least the production as well. So I don't know. Next time I need a haircut, can I get a haircut while I'm producing show? Who knows? I haven't asked these questions yet. So there you go. That's my big reveal of the week, I suppose. So
okay.
But yeah. Previous to MSKs. I'm not sure what that was in response to in the chat room. But anyways. So yeah, Prospect Pro Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Conquest, a lot of fun. Also, this is my first show I've done, Mike, since Warrior, like the week before Christmas. Mike, I've gone 3 weeks without doing production.
Wow.
And I needed it. I needed to get back to it, Mike. I needed it. And this is it was a perfect couple of shows to do to get back into it, because they were just fun. Conquest is always just a blast. And when I'm doing a show and I'm laughing my ass off, it's the show I need to be at, right? So
sounds like good.
But so go check those out. What else is good? Anything else going on? There was a mention of a Moon Knight trailer from Tina in the chat room. I'm not up on this. Did this just drop?
It just dropped during the sports ball tonight.
Ah, come on. Well, I've been busy since 9:00, so
yeah. I watched it before we went on. Oh boy, gonna be a weird show.
It's gonna be a weird show. Good.
Oh,
it's gonna be this weird mental health disassociative complex, kind of thing.
By
right?
the way,
so
I have figured something out, Sorg. I know who the big bad is in Marvel Phase 4. Mental trauma.
Well, that's Iron Man 3 did PTSD, right?
Yes, but think about it. WandaVision. I mean, that's easy enough. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Dealing with loss. Shang-Chi. Daddy issues. Black Widow. Family abandonment issues. I'm telling you.
I think there's a pile of issues on top of that.
Pretty much Loki. I mean, Loki clearly is trying to know himself. Like
Narcissism.
Like the only one that doesn't have any overlying mental health issues is Hawkeye.
I'm sure it's something you could pin on that. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm with you. So, are you saying that it's Avengers, what are we up to?
The
Avengers
next one's just
5
going to be It's going to be sponsored by BetterHelp.
Yeah, Avengers 5 is just going to be everybody getting in touch with their feelings in a circle. But it's the circles attached to the Uni-Mind from the Eternals.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. That tracks. That tracks for sure. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mike, I don't want to go too long since we're having some kind of weird technical issues happening here. I think it's kind of stilting our conversation a little bit. Not as bad as the time that I accidentally opened a second window and everybody was echoing to each other except for the audience. And that was really annoying. But anything you want to go out on? Eventually? When the feed catches up to you? And he's gone. Maybe.
I'm here.
I need a hard line in this office. You haven't. But you have. But you haven't. You're always here in our heart, Mike, no matter what this feed tells me. Mike, tomorrow, like I said, we're going to have Tito Orich. I'll figure it out by then. And the Lebanon Dawn, Joey Moses, who I will be on the slide trying to convince to be a patriarch of the show. Patreon. Is there a Dawn level status on Patreon? Should I establish one just in case?
There will be once I make my donation.
Once you make your donation. Okay.
Yes.
Anyways, we'll figure that out.
Sorg,
at Mad Mike 483. What's that?
Yes. Eventually, when we have a better connection going on, we are gonna have to have a conversation about Peacemaker.
Oh my God, that was so good. And they dropped 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
Well, next
we're gonna
week,
have to have a conversation about it.
Next week, we're not expecting to have a Monday blizzard, so we should be back to in the office. So I should have a proper internet connection to get this stuff figured out. So sorry for the little bit of slide weirdness this week, but it just not leaving the house, just not doing it, except for this weird picture I'm about to take outside.
Safe. We are staying.
We're staying safe. Absolutely.
Yes.
So, Mike, I look forward to seeing your snow picture, and I will be reporting mine shortly.
I'll do what I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This has been your Monday Mayhem Warriors. Stick with us. It's not always so weird, but sometimes weirder in other ways. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out. Stay tuned for the So Stalking. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.